Hello everyone, I don't know what the last thing I filmed was. However, I am just driving back from the studio. So Keegan and I have been recording something exciting. I think I told my members about this in the latest members video that Keegan and I are going to be doing. Yes, it was in the Q&A with Keegan that I said that we've got a project that we're working on, and today was the first day of recording that. So that's very, very exciting. I've just dropped Keegan off at the rugby ground because he left his car there last night, because after the rugby he went to the pub for some drinks. I picked him up last night and he left his car at the rugby ground, and I went in and had a few drinks with him and his friends as well, which was really nice. So that just meant on the way back from the studio in Leeds I had to drop him off at his car. So I'm just driving home now. I've got a very nice week this week, guys, just because I haven't got a whole lot on in terms of appointments. So I've obviously got the same amount of work on in terms of filming, editing, other bits and bobs, property stuff, and you know, because I'm looking for an investment property. I've got a viewing booked in on Saturday, and I've got a few other things to do, but all of that is still there, but I don't have like appointments. So far, as far as I know, I'm not going to London unless my voiceover agent calls and says, can you come to London? I haven't got appointments, I haven't got meetings. I've got a clear week. I've got a dentist tomorrow, but I think I've cracked a tooth. We went to the cinema on Saturday. I don't know if I told you, but we went to the cinema. Yeah, I think I did tell you. We went to see Avatar, which was really good. Very long, but it was really fun, and we had popcorn. And you know when you get an unpopped kernel of corn? I did that, and I think I've cracked one of my teeth. So that's very frustrating. These are very tight roads, guys. Yeah, it's just nice because I think last week was so busy. The last few weeks have been so busy, actually. Like, it's been non-stop. So it's really, I'm just really looking forward to this week of just being on my own schedule, my own timings, and just using it to get ahead as well. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to edit, get ahead of content like on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. We're watching a really good series at the moment called The Consultant, and I think it's on Amazon, and it's very odd. It's a bit, if you've watched Severance on Apple, which I also loved, it's a bit like that in that it's a bit strange. It's kind of like a thriller. Is it verging on horror? I don't think so, because I don't like horror, but it's definitely like a thriller, and I don't fully know what's going on. Like, the main character is very odd and has very odd behaviors, and I cannot see where this TV program is going, which I really enjoy. So yeah, we're watching that at the moment. We're also watching The Last of Us. I can't remember what streaming platform that is on. The trouble is now, guys, with so many streaming platforms, it gives you so much choice, which is amazing, and I love it. I think it's a good thing. However, now when like recommending shows and stuff, I feel like I need to tell you where you could find it. Like I would if I was chatting to my friends, I'd be like, oh, it's on this platform, and I can't remember them all. There's so many of them now. I'm like, I can't even remember. But yeah, we're watching The Last of Us. I think it's by Sky, actually. It's really good. It's based on a video game, and I've never played it. Keegan's played it, and it's actually like a zombie video game. So I didn't think I'd like it, because I don't really like zombie stuff, but it's a really good show. Guys, I've lived up here for coming on to 2 months now. Oh, it's like a month and a half by now, I think. I still haven't changed doctors. This is my first dentist appointment this week, but I haven't moved Ava's vet either. So I still have some admin to do. And you know when you just leave these little tiny niggly jobs and you're like, I just need to do them. They're tiny jobs that are kind of meaningless, but when you have quite a few of them, they just hang over you, and I'm like, I just need to, they're low hanging fruit. I just need to tick them off. I really would like a coffee, guys. It's nearly 5:30 p.m. and I feel so tired that there's a Starbucks drive-through here. I'm like, should I go for one? But I'm like, I don't want to keep myself awake. I'm also addicted to drive-throughs. Since living on, obviously I didn't drive in London. I used my car in London to drive to the supermarket and to drive home to see my family or up to see Keegan or whatever, but like I didn't drive around London. And even if I did drive around London, there's no drive-throughs in London. But living up north now, there's drive-throughs everywhere, and I'm addicted to getting drive-through coffee. I just think it's so fun. Even when I don't want a coffee, I'm just like, yeah, I want a drive-through. I want to spend my money through my car window and get a coffee. So I need to rein that in. I think that's Keegan next door to me there. There he is. How has he managed to overtake? Guys, it's outrageous. Every time when we've driven separately, I might even leave 5 minutes before him, he beats me home. And I'm like, how? Is it because he drives faster than me? Is it because he knows he's from this area, so he knows quicker routes? What is it? Because I left, admittedly, probably only 2 or 3 minutes before him, and I've not been driving slow. How? How is he now in front of me? It's not fair. So you know, for a while I spoke a lot about buying a new car. Lots of you were very invested in that, and I still get questions about that. I basically put it on hold because this car, the leasing on this car, ends in May. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, May's coming up soon. So I've started properly looking again and getting some quotes from garages and things. Because to be honest, if I get a new car, a brand new car, I should have ordered it like last month or even a couple of months ago, because waits for cars, the wait times have come down, but one of them I've inquired about, a BMW, they were like, oh, the wait time for a brand new one is 5 to 6 months. So, but then I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna spend that sort of money on a brand new BMW. Like I'm gonna spend it on a used car, I think. But used cars are still very expensive as well. So the trouble is, because I want a bigger car, like an SUV style car, I am going to be paying more than what I pay for this Mini. Like I just am. So I need to accept that. Every time I get a quote for a monthly cost of a car, I'm like, how much? But I'm going to have to sort it out. The nice thing is, guys, this car, I'm going to buy it from Mini at the end of a PCP deal, they call it. It's a pay monthly thing. You get an optional final payment. So I can give this car back in May, or I can buy it from them for $6,500, and that price was agreed upon 4 years ago, so they have to honor it. So I'm going to do that, because this car privately I can sell it for $12,000. That's $5,500 profit that I could make. So yeah, buzzing about that. I just hope it holds its value until when I come to sell in May. Morning guys, it's Tuesday. It feels like a Monday today. Yesterday felt like a Sunday and I don't know why. But anyway, I'm in a rush. It's 25 past 11 and I've got a dentist appointment. My first dentist appointment up north at 11:45. And I did one of those things, guys, do you ever do this, where you don't really engage your brain much before leaving? So I went, oh, 11:45 would take me 15 minutes to get there, so I'll leave at 11:30. Suddenly then I realized, I was like, what am I doing? Like, yes, it takes 15 minutes to get there on a clear day, but even if it does just take me 15 minutes, I've then got to park, I've then got to go and nip into the gym and put my number plate in to get free parking for 2 hours, then walk to the dentist. I was like, it doesn't just take 15 minutes, I need half an hour. I've got 20 minutes to get there now, because I managed to rush getting ready. Haven't done my hair, obviously, but never mind, the dentists are always running late, aren't they? So I'm sure it doesn't matter. After I've been for my dentist appointment, I'm gonna go to the gym. So I've got my bag here full of my gym kit. That'll be good. And then it'll be lunchtime. Keegan and I had a very, very good sleep last night, / long sleep. We slept for 12 hours. 12 hours! Ridiculous. We went up to bed at like just after 9 PM. We watched an episode of The Consultant in bed, and then we probably went off to sleep at about 10 PM and woke up this morning. I was like, what's the time? And it was like, it's just before 10. And I was like, we've been asleep for 12 hours. That said, I do feel quite tired still, but I don't believe that people will say that's because you can get too much sleep, and I disagree. I'm like, you can never have too much sleep. Apparently it's possible, but I don't believe that. I just think that I'm very tired at the moment. I actually made it on time, guys. I've got 10 minutes now to get down to the gym, put my number plate in, leave the gym and walk to the dentist. So I think I'm gonna do it. Joel is not last minute Joel. That is not, I like to be early Joel, so this stresses me out. Right, see, there was no need to panic. I don't know why I panic so much about timings. Right, dentist done. That is a massive dentist. It's weird, I'd expect my London dentist to be bigger than that one. That was huge. Loads of dentists, loads of patients. Anyway, all fine, just had a little checkup. I was nervous about one of my teeth because it's got a bit of a crack in it and it's a bit sensitive. She did x-rays and she was like, I'm not seeing any decay or anything to worry about. She was like, it's a very small superficial crack, so I think it's irritated your gums a bit. And she was like, hopefully it will just subside and go away, but keep an eye on it. So yeah, nothing to worry about. Now time to hype myself up for a workout. Workout done. That was a good one. I mean, it was quite short, about 45 minutes, but I definitely pushed myself hard, which is good. Increased weights on a lot of them. I might do a treadmill workout in the garage at home tonight. I'll see how I feel. For my Health is Wealth members, I've vlogged me doing my workouts at home and talked them through what I do on my treadmill. So if you're interested in that, then consider becoming a Health is Wealth member. Anyway, where did I park? I think I've come down. I didn't park on this level. I've lost, guys. I always forget where I've parked. Found it. The cars in America, when you lock the cars, they beep when you lock them. And I just think it's such a good idea. Like, it's pointless when you're locking the car, but if you need to find your car in a car park, surely you just squeeze the lock button and your car will beep and you just follow the sound of the beep. Anyway, oh, that was good. Right, I've just quickly come to park in a lighter spot so I can chat to you because it was very dark up there. Basically, I obviously had lived in London for 11 years. I've been going to the gym pretty much all 11 years, but I didn't start, you know, lifting weights until a few years later, but I've always had a gym membership. Anyway, I've lived up north for what, 7 weeks now or something, nearly 2 months, and twice I've been approached in the gym, which speaks to two things. Firstly, Northerners are so much more friendly up here. They talk to strangers, which is so strange to me. But secondly, I'm like, me? You're asking me for advice, and I've been shocked both times. The first time was a few weeks ago. He was probably like a 16-year-old boy. He was very young. He'd obviously just started working out, and he was like, I had to take my music out because he was saying something, and normally people just say, are you using this equipment? And you just keep your earphones in and you're like, no, it's fine, you can use it. So I did that, and then he was still there, and I was like, sorry, what did you say? And he was like, could you help me with the move you're doing, the chest press, and let me know if I'm doing it right? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. But I was shocked. I was just like, what? So then I felt like an imposter because I just thought everyone's watching me coach him, and they're saying, why has he asked him to help him? Which obviously they probably didn't. And I'm probably in better shape than I realized, which is why people are asking me. Anyway, so I helped him, and then I was like, okay, then went back to it. Anyway, today, the same thing happened. A young girl came up to me. She must have been 17 or 18. I thought she was asking to borrow some equipment, so I was like, yeah, and then she's still there, and I was like, sorry, I didn't hear what you said, and she was like, can you teach me how to do one of the move that you're doing, which was a leg workout. I was doing lunges with weights in my hand. She was like, I've just never been here before, and I want to make sure I get the correct form. And she was in good shape herself. Like, it wasn't like, I thought she would be perfectly capable of it. Then I was like, oh my gosh, is she flirting with me? In which case, A, you're really young, and B, honey, you're not my type. But anyway, I was like, yeah, of course. So I was like coaching her through it, and bear in mind, I'm not a PT. I've just learned from myself. So I was like, okay, put your knee here, and then in a straight line, like lunge downwards with the weights in your hand, keep your back straight, and then squeeze your front leg to push yourself up. And I was like, I've never been a PT, and I'm just saying what I've learned. But anyway, it was just really weird, and I'm like, people are asking me for advice. It just, I don't know, it is a compliment, I suppose. It's really nice to know that. But yeah, it's just strange. Right, lunch done. I've had a shower and gotten ready, and I'm now in my office about to do some work, but I thought I'd show you the current state of the office / spare bedroom. So these are the only 2 boxes, well, 3 boxes is left in this room. Dogs. They're both full of antique books, and this is my sound booth, which eventually I want to move this and put my sound booth there where I can record some voiceovers. Obviously I'm overflowing with books, so the plan is to get some shelving for along here to put books up, and not everything will stay on my desk like this. I just need to find places for it, but at the moment it's nice and tidy-ish, and it's room enough to work. I've just been editing upstairs, and Keegan's called me to say, what are you doing? I said, I'm editing, and he was like, do you want to watch another episode of The Accountant? So I was like, yes.
Not even watching The Accountant, it's called The Consultant.
The Consultant. I keep getting it wrong. He's not even an accountant. He is literally
It's a film with Ben Affleck.
Okay. The Consultant, and I said, absolutely. And I just think it feels like the most luxurious thing, because as I've told you, I think this week I don't have any like full-on appointments. I can just like work on my stuff whenever I want to. It feels like such a luxury at 4:30 in the afternoon to go, yeah, let's watch an episode. I've got a bag of crisps and an apple as a snack. What have you got?
Some porridge.
Some porridge. The way you look when I'm vlogging is like you're boring into the soul of every viewer. Stop flirting with my viewers. Anyway, Keegan's got rugby training later, so we'll watch this, and then he'll head to rugby, and I'll have us dinner on the table.
Oh.
You cooked yesterday, so I picked my scab up, which I shouldn't have done. Well guys, it is now 6:30. Keegan left for rugby training about an hour ago. I have just finished editing a members only video for my Health is Wealth tier of me showing them my new treadmill in the garage and walking you through my workout. Well, not walking you through, running you through, pun intended, my workouts that I do on the treadmill. So I posted that and I've gotten a video ready for everyone. This one that you saw maybe last week or something like that. So I'm kind of done for work for the day. So I am gonna head downstairs and feed the dogs. I normally feed them at 6 o'clock, so they're probably hungry. I think I can hear them playing downstairs. Part of me wants to do another workout on the treadmill, so maybe I'll do that. Another part of me would like to go to Tesco to get some Pepsi Max or Diet Coke for this evening, because we don't have any. But in an hour's time, I do need to start cooking dinner. I was supposed to be FaceTiming Lucy this evening, my old housemate, in case any of you have forgotten already. But Lucy's had to cancel and rearrange because she's got plans this evening. So yeah, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I really miss her and I can't wait to speak to her. So sad about that, but then also glad because it means that I was able to get some work done and stuff. But yeah. Hello, dogs. Oh, hello, Ava. Hello, Fen. Come on in, do your dinner. Come on in. It's very dark, isn't it? You probably want your jumper on as well, don't you? I gave them both a bath after they had a walk. They had a bath with soap, didn't you? A shampoo. Come on in. He's so funny. He's hyper. Are you hyper? Yeah, you excited? Right, here we go. There we go, the dogs are fed. I've decided I am going to do a treadmill workout, so I'm going to get ready now and get that done. This will mean I've had 3 showers today. I had a shower before I went to the dentist and gym, had a shower after the gym, obviously, and now I need a shower after I've been on the treadmill. So 3 showers in one day, that's not eco. Oh my gosh, it's cold in here, guys. Here's my treadmill. I've got my workout on my phone. I'm gonna plug myself into my earphones and listen to some music. And yeah, get moving. It's probably only gonna be about a 25-minute run, and that's good, but it's like sprints and walks and things like that. So yeah, it should get my heart rate up. Should be quite sweaty afterwards, but I'll see you after. Done, 25 minutes. Soaked in sweat. Yeah, that was really good. I'm really glad I did it. See, this is the thing. The only workout you regret is the one that you didn't do. And that's the quote I have in my mind every time that I don't want to do a workout. I'm like, hang on, am I gonna regret doing the workout? And short of really injuring yourself, I don't think you would ever regret working out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's another lesson to me, another experience I've had where I'm like, I'm really glad I've done that. Right, the dogs are barking. I don't know what they're barking at. I'm gonna end this vlog here, guys. Vlogging with dogs, dog vlog. Dogs, stop playing. Fenny, come here. Okay, Ava, thank you. Guys, it's a nightmare having 2 dogs. It's very cute, but it is a nightmare. I never wanted to be a 2-dog household. However, I'm enjoying it in some respects, but it is exhausting because sometimes they really misbehave when they're together. I'm gonna end the vlog here, guys, but I just wanted to say, I don't think I've spoken about it on this channel, but if you watch mine and Leah's channel together, you'll know that we're going on holiday to Scotland with our viewers. So we absolutely cannot wait, but the booking closes in 5 days' time. So I'm just letting you know, just in case any of you would like to come with us, I will leave the link down below. You have 5 days left to book. Basically, we're going to Scotland. We're gonna be, there's a whole itinerary, so you can click on it and see the itinerary. We're staying in Edinburgh, we're having a tour of Edinburgh Castle, we're going to the Cairngorms National Park, we're going to the Isle of Skye, we're touring nice quaint villages, we're like touring all over Scotland, and it's just gonna be the trip of a lifetime. And we have a group of maybe of about 15 of us going, and there's a few spots left, but the last booking can only take place by Saturday. So because then we need to finalize it, give it to the tourism board, and they are sending someone. There's a tour guide, we're not doing it ourselves. There's going to be a tour guide taking us around everywhere. So Leo and I basically can just relax and enjoy spending time with you guys and meeting you guys who've watched our videos for a long time and enjoy the experience with you. And you guys get a proper tour guide who knows everything. about Scotland and where we're visiting. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've done Edinburgh before, but I've never done any other parts of Scotland, so it's very, very exciting. So yeah, send me a DM on Instagram if you're potentially interested and you have any worries or anything like that. But if not, just click the itinerary. You can look at it on the website. It's called Trover Trip. You can book it on there as well. But yeah, you only have 5 days left. I think it closes on the 11th of March. So if you're not watching this today, then it closes 11th of March. But yeah, that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you next week. Bye.